Hello friends, welcome back. Imagine this. You're sitting at a restaurant, enjoying your meal, when suddenly, the chair right in front of you moves on its own. No one touched it. No one was near it. Something exactly like this was caught on camera at a restaurant called Cronies. Watch closely. Did you see it? That chair shifted as if an invisible hand had pushed it. The family sitting nearby froze, looking around in complete confusion. And this wasn't the first time. On a previous occasion, a chair didn't just move. It flew off the ground, as if someone had picked it up and hurled it across the room. We see incidents like these all the time, and every single time we're left asking the same question: how? Only God truly knows. But today, we're going to look at some of the most unexplained incidents ever recorded in restaurants, shops, and supermarkets around the world. Back in 2011, staff at a supermarket had been noticing strange things for a while. Items moving on their own, products out of place with no explanation. But one night, things escalated. The supermarket was closed. No customers, no staff on the floor. Just the security officer watching the monitors. When he noticed it, a shopping trolley in the empty store began moving on its own. Slowly, deliberately. As if someone was pushing it. But there was no one there. The footage is eerie. To this day, no one has explained it. Now this next one is going to shock you. A woman working at a supermarket was climbing a small step stool, a completely normal, everyday task. But in a split second, the stool slipped. Not because she lost her balance. If you watch the CCTV footage carefully, the stool jerks sideways on its own, as if an unseen force yanked it out from under her. The staff who reviewed the footage later said they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The next video is blurry, but don't let that fool you. A man is shopping when items on a nearby shelf begin to fall. But not all of them. Just one specific red object, pulled clean off the shelf as if an invisible hand grabbed it. What do you think caused that? Let me know in the comments. Oh my God. Friends, this next one is wild. A restaurant kitchen late at night. Everyone has gone home. The place is completely empty. But the CCTV catches something incredible. A massive, heavy iron object slowly slides across the surface and crashes to the floor. No earthquake, no vibration, no one around. Just a heavy piece of metal moving on its own in the dead of night. This footage went viral worldwide, and even skeptics struggled to explain it. Now a slightly different moment. A man walks up to a refrigerator in a supermarket and suddenly loses complete control of his body. He most likely had a sudden medical episode. But the way it happened, so instantly and so violently, left many viewers deeply unsettled. Then there's this restaurant where strange events never seem to stop. Chairs rattling, utensils shaking, food in the refrigerator rearranging itself with no cause. A family visiting decided to film what they were experiencing. While they ate, the restaurant doors began shaking violently, as if someone was gripping them from the other side. But outside, no wind. No storm. Nothing. Now let's travel to Yemen, one of the most talked about incidents in the region. A small shop, open past midnight. The shopkeeper was listening to the recitation of the Holy Quran when a woman walked in. Almost immediately, something felt wrong. The first thing she said was, "Why are you reciting the Quran?" The shopkeeper felt a chill run down his spine. As he looked at her more carefully, her face was pale, almost lifeless. And then he looked down. Her feet didn't look human. They resembled the hooves of a horse. She turned to leave, but before walking out, she asked one final question. "Who has died?" "No one," the shopkeeper replied, his voice barely steady. She left without another word. Many believe he had encountered a jinn in human form. The shopkeeper himself had no doubt. Back to restaurants, a quiet CCTV shot. A folded napkin sitting undisturbed on a table. Then it simply slides off and falls to the floor. A moment later, a plate follows. No vibration, no movement, no one nearby. Just objects deciding on their own to fall. This next one comes from a laboratory called Extract Lab. A technician is working at his bench when a container of chemicals suddenly launches itself off the table, as if thrown by an invisible hand. He calls someone over to help clean it up. And then, right in front of both of them, it happens again. Another container moves on its own. Could it have been staged? Maybe. But the reactions of those men look very, very real. And finally, a story from a store. An employee on night duty had become convinced that something was entering the facility after hours. So he quietly set up a hidden camera before leaving. What that camera captured changed everything. First, a door to a back room slowly swings open on its own. Then a revolving office chair rolls out from inside and begins to spin. The employee rushed back, grabbed the camera, and checked every room, every corner. There was nobody there, not a single soul, just an open door and a spinning chair. So tell me, friends, what do you believe? Are these just tricks of physics and light? Or is there something out there we simply cannot explain? Let me know in the comments, like this video if it gave you chills, and subscribe, because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.